As we prepare for the upcoming local elections next week, the debate over voter identification requirements has been reignited. Britain's Labour Party has warned that the thousands of people who could potentially be turned away at the polls may never be known. That's because while some polling places will have clerks collecting data on those without the correct identification, other polling places will only have what are being called greeters or people who will simply remind voters of the identification requirements. These greeters will not have records of how many people left when told about the identification requirements. The lack of up-to-date photo ID is believed to affect over 2 million people in the UK. The government offered a free voter authority certificate for those who do not have passports, driving licenses, or another allowed ID, but only about 55,316 have applied so far. Moreover, the application numbers from age groups who are most likely to be without valid photo ID are particularly low. The Department for Levelling Up, Housing, and Communities believes that data collected from returning officers regarding those who were turned away will help to understand how many people were affected. The Labour Party, however, has raised concerns that the government is being far too slow to make voters aware of the new rules and has called for independent reviews. So what are the implications of this situation? Most people agree that voting should not be conditional on having a particular type of ID. As voters, it's essential that we the public are encouraged to exercise our right to vote, especially on such important occasions as local elections. The fact that thousands of people may not be able to do this because of something as simple as lack of acceptable identification is concerning, and highlights why the government needs to make voters aware of the new rules. We have reason to hope, however, that this situation won't be nearly as bad as it seems. Northern Ireland, which has had ID requirements for voting since 1985, is the only place in the UK where voter impersonation is a real problem, with recent figures showing 0 cases in the rest of the country for the previous year. As this situation develops over the course of the election, it's important that all of us stay informed on the issues surrounding voter identification. We should make sure to research the requirements and to exercise our right to vote whenever we can. Together we can ensure that everyone's voice is heard.